This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Core, it is...
I'm Will, hey everyone.
And old Daddy-O, Mac Daddy, Daddy Mac, it is...
This is Matt, hi everyone. What's up?
I almost dropped a spoiler on him, so I almost called him One Punch.
Oh, don't spoil.
Alright, so yes, for those of you who may have never listened to the Quantum Zone, you're in for a treat, because since we only have one issue tonight, we're going to do a live read like we do on the Quantum Zone, so with the master talents of, all of us, but Matt Kona especially shines.
Oh, we'll see.
And in honor of the Quantum Zone, there we go. Right.
Oh,
nice.
Alright, so I don't think we have any Green Lantern news. Did everyone finish watching WandaVision?
Absolutely.
I did.
Hey,
watched it all the way to the end.
Hey, go see Wanda next in Doctor Strange 2 in like a year from now. I think it's I think it is March 2022. That's all right. Not this week, but next week. Falcon and Winter Soldier starts.
Mm-hmm.
That's soon. Wow.
Yep.
And I think Falcon and Winter Soldier will be, part of WandaVision was the mystery, but we kind of already had it figured out, even after the beginning, so that it wasn't really a mystery. So I don't think Falcon and Winter Soldier will kind of do that kind of thing. I think we're going to get kind of wall-to-wall action.
It's going to be a big action movie. Yeah, and best of all, Zemo in his purple mask. That's
going to be cool. That's going to be really cool.
I'm kind of hoping for a Perfect Strangers type sitcom, with Balky Bartakamoose, Cousin Larry.
Nah, it's gonna be the buddy cop comedy. Bucky's gonna be like, I'm getting too old for this. I'm 104. I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah.
I mean, in the previews for it looked pretty awesome. They're having a staring contest. I'm like, oh my god! And that actress, she's like the chief or something on Bosch, the detective series that's on Amazon Prime. But yeah, she's a good actress too. That looks. I'm really looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's going to be pretty awesome.
And they don't even show a lot of them in the previews, but we're getting John Walker in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I think who's that actor? I think it's like Kurt Russell's son. I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone's saying Zemo, so maybe one day we'll get some Thunderbolts.
That would be very cool. Thunderbolts is one of those books that, people just don't understand that they kept that secret. That surprised a lot of people.
That was like right before the internet really exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
Hey, I was proud of myself. I figured it out without any help. Well, figured out most of it, basically when the Hulk fought them first, and it's like, wait a minute, he knows Meteorite's voice? Wait.
Hey, who could that be?
Flying blonde? But yeah.
Comic news this week, anything?
Like I was telling you while we were waiting on Matt, I know you don't have it yet, but I got, Green Lantern Season 2, number 12 today. The last of the Grant Morrison run.
Looking very forward to that. Yeah, he and Liam Sharp were awesome on... I haven't read any of Season 2 yet. I've been waiting to get all of them.
Oh, really?
So, Season 1 was great, and then I only have 2 of the 3 issue series that was the bridge. Was it Dark Stars or Black Stars, right?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you like the first series, yeah, this one was good. Grant Morrison kind of like mixing in Silver Age stuff. I mean, we get Golden Giants and a team up with the Flash at some point, so you're in for that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, Hector Hammond this time, so
cool.
Lots of weird aliens and other Earths. Oh my god! Like I was telling the gang last week. Last week I got Crime Syndicate #1. With the evil, the universe with the evil Justice League. Oh my god! Yeah, they restarted Earth 3 again. It's so weird because it's like, Ultraman. I guess he must have came here. His ship must have landed in the 50s or 60s because they showed him as a kid killing Kennedy.
Nice.
Just with heat vision. There's no mystery, man. He's just hovering in the air, kills him with heat vision. And of course, it's an evil Earth, so it's like the first president of the United States wasn't George Washington; it was Benedict Arnold.
Nice. It's opposite. It's opposite day.
That's what I said. It's like DC's mirror universe. So it's not Washington DC. It's like Arnold DC. Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, corruption and evil run rampant here. So who's the corrupt businessman who becomes president? Oliver Queen.
Of course.
Yeah. He's getting tied up in the Oval Office by Superwoman.
Wow.
Okay, it's not going to be weird sex stuff. It's not Green Arrow. But yeah, they were just kind of setting up the new world. But I mean, it was pretty good. I think it's only like a 6-issue series or something.
That's part of the Infinite Frontier stuff, right?
Yeah, well, basically everything DC's Infinite Frontier right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Green Lantern #1 comes out in April, I believe, sometime.
So what? I have not heard anything about the new series. Where's the buzz on it?
I wouldn't count on too much Hal Jordan, because I thought I saw somewhere that the new writer doesn't like Hal Jordan. Will, so sorry.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Where do they find these writers? Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, I understand that everybody has their favorite Green Lanterns.
Yeah,
Mine obviously is Hal, but yeah, I just haven't. I know that Morrison and Sharp's run was ending with this latest issue. But I haven't read anything about what to expect from the new series and who's even writing it.
Oh, here we go. I found an article on DC's website. Yeah. Green Lantern #1's coming April 6th by Jeffrey Thorne and Dexter Soy. Spinning out a future state Green Lantern and Infinite Frontier, John Stewart is at the center of the new series, plus Young Justice's Teen Lantern and Far Sector's star Joe Mullion.
They call him Teen Lantern?
Well, it's a girl, but yeah, because she kind of like, in the Young Justice book, she found, it's not even a ring, it's like a gauntlet with like green energy, and she kind of hacked it. Oh yeah, they're really, don't like how, look at that cover. Even at the bottom down there, there's like every other Green Lantern. There's Guy Gardner's even down there. No how. Guys down there. I see Kyle in the background. Kilowog. No how.
No how.
There's Simon Baz. Yeah. No how.
So that's just on the main DC Comics site?
Yeah. Here, if you want, I can send you the link.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I'll put that on
on the show notes
too. Yeah. Okay, copy. Okay. Yeah. So you guys watch or read anything else cool
this week? Not me. I haven't really been pretty busy with just a bunch of random stuff, so I haven't had too much time to indulge.
I was going to say incoming fatherhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been kind of busy too, so I haven't really had much time to read like I want to.
Yeah, there, I sent the link to the group.
Sweet.
Chat.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Yeah, so should we jump into this issue then, if we don't have anything else? Because it is extra long.
Yeah.
Double-sized.
Double-sized.
I like that cover just because like they're all flying differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like their arms are all...
And that's something that, I think... the artists in the post-rebirth, they started making them behave differently, which I thought was really cool. The way they used their rings differed, the way they flew, the way they did everything. It was different because they're different characters. which is really cool thing to see.
All right, so
you better take a drink, Phil.
I know. Well, no, I think I got like one of the first page, and then I think page 2 starts Guy Gardner's chapter. So, but yeah, Green Lantern number 13 from June 1991. 3 lanterns. Let's see. Yeah, it starts with the what the Guardians putting together, the repairing the central power battery. They have returned from a years-long communion with their female counterparts. I bet they have. They have returned to use new depths of wisdom in recreating the Green Lantern Corps. They have returned to use newfound energies to restore the shattered central battery of all the Green Lantern's power rings. They have returned, if you didn't get the point by this point, to be what they always were, guardians of the universal order. But have they returned as the same beings they were, unchanged by retreat and renewal? Or have they returned as something else? Chapter 1, The Chore.
Look, it's him!
It's Green Lantern!
What's he going to do? Sorry, I figure you're...
Oh, no, it's all right.
I remember last time when he wrecked those planes.
And that mansion.
And that country.
What's he going to do next?
So what do you want me to do, jerk? I got no idea. I can't seem to get excited about anything all of a sudden, and it bugs me. I mean, here I am, finally, really, the one and only Green Lantern of Earth. I proved that idiot Gnort was a phony GL, stuck him back on his stupid planet, and Jordan's off recruiting new GLs. Gonna take him forever because of that Quartian plot. There's nothing in my way.
I love this. He sees a mugging, so he drops a green anvil on the guy's head.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Yeah. I hope it's Acme brand.
Yeah.
So he just continues on his way. Nothing, and I can't get into it. I ain't even sure what a GL's supposed to do anymore. I need something to straighten me out, and I know what. I need a fight.
You want Kilowog?
Yeah, I'll do it. No, that's nice. Ain't worn the full dress green for years. Still looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Good enough to meet the Guardians again.
I love the hat.
I know. Look at that hat. He's thinking, still can't believe it. Going back to Oa, watching him unveil the battery again. Never knew how much I missed the good old Corps. Yeah, the Green Lanterns. What a great bunch. Then he gets hit by an anvil. Wham. So, looking for trouble, Poozer?
Ooh.
Well, you found it as he tackles him through the wall. Hope you brought a spatula, Damox, because that's the only way you'll be able to pick yourself up after this. I love Blue Beetle's just sitting there watching.
Just chilling in the library.
Yeah.
Looks suspiciously like Will's podcast room.
Oh.
Just shut up and fight. He cracks him on the jaw.
What are you talking? Shut up and fight. Half the fun is seeing how good you can wisecrack while you're being pummeled. So give me a cowabunga or something. He kicks him through this ceiling, through the upstairs bathroom where it looks like fire's getting out of the shower.
Yeah.
Cowabunga yourself. Now fight. And he throws a right cross his
Flammo.
To go back down to the Blue Beetle library.
Fight, he says, but he don't deserve none of the niceties of fighting. So forget it. Go find another jerk to fight with.
What? Hey, wait a minute, Kill. Come on, Kill. Just give me a couple good shots to the head. Hey, listen, buddy, I'm serious. I need it. I need some action fast.
Love how he's getting used to the shots to the head, Will.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you go beat up a supervillain? You're a Green Lantern, ain't you?
I don't know, am I? Sometimes I think I just keeping Hal Jordan's seat warm for him.
Thought you told me he was going to be long gone, rounding up stray Cordians with those new GLs of his. Say, who are the 3 greenhorns anyway?
Some new one from a planet I never heard of. Dryad, and there's what is it?
Chassalon,
the glass guy, and that hairy slug guy. What's that? Larvox.
Weird. Wonder why he didn't pick Chip or Salak. They're more popular with other GLs. I mean, that Larvox is trouble. Always his own way of doing things. Bugs just don't think like us, Guy. Us mammals, we gotta stick together.
Us mammals. I don't want to hear about us mammals, all right?
What are you talking about?
Gnort, that's what I'm talking about. I can't believe I gotta go in front of the Guardians and the New Lantern, and I gotta tell them the truth about that hairball and...
What? I thought you'd eat this up. Here's your chance to dump that idiot. Get him out of here forever. That's what you want, right? Guy? Wait a minute. You don't want to dump him. Guy, what's gotten into you? Those Guardians tinker with your brain, buddy? You get hit in the head again.
See, it's like this. Gnort, he saved my life. See, sacrificed his own power ring to do it. So I told him, oh.
Louder, Guy.
I told him I'd ask the Guardians to make him a GL. There, I said it.
I can't believe it. That maroon?
Figured maybe the Guardians could find him a nice lifeless sector somewhere, like he said he was from, and he first showed up, and holy moly, what got into me? I've never done nothing for nobody before. Why did I have to start with Gnort? How am I gonna tell this to the Guardians?
In street clothes, poozer. That's how. If the Guardians are anything like I remember, they won't let that poozer near the core, or you either. Neither after you spring this on him.
Kicked out. I'll never hear the end of it. The JLA'd laugh their heads off, and Jordan would get my gig, and he'd have that look on his face like he always knew it, like he deserved it. You know what the worst of it is? He'd do a better job than me, too. I'll trash that furball. Don't matter what I promised him. I'll hang him out to dry.
It's tough, bud, but it's all you can do.
Tough? Hell. Not for Guy Gardner. For Guy Gardner, it's nothing. Cowabunga! Punches him.
Clawbo.
Happily.
Through the wall. Cowabunga, huh? Now that's my guy as he goes back at him. You see the embassy shake. I just love, Killwall came out and basically said, Batman didn't punch you in the head again, did he?
All right. Who wants Ganute and Gnort?
Will, why don't you take the dad? I think we need Matt Kona
to Gnort.
Yes.
Sure. I got the facial hair. Yeah.
Well, that's all that's left over, Norty. The best life a power ring could give. It was fun while it lasted.
I didn't know they lived in Arkansas.
I'm sorry I had to do it, Unc, but Guy was gonna get killed and...
forget about it. You didn't deserve that power anyway. And maybe life would be better without the power ring. Maybe we can create a new, clean, simple life with ordinary folks among other ordinary...
I'll just assume that's mud they're throwing at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frauds, phonies, parasites. Why don't you stop this with your rings, huh?
Or maybe we could be hermits. Guess I should have worked on stockpiling a little community goodwill.
I guess that's why all the Green Lanterns are heroes. If I ever got a chance to be a real GL, I'd do everything I could for people. I'd work, I'd study, I'd even listen to their directions. But I guess I'll never get a chance. Guy would have come by now if he was going to do what he said.
It ain't a nice world, Gnort. I figured that out about the time they cut my nose off. I was hoping you'd never have to learn.
Guess I can get rid of this. All this time I've been keeping it.
In the sky.
No, not in the sky. Under my vest. See, I've been keeping it.
No, Gnort, look up. Look up. It's him.
Guy. Oh, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I knew you. Shut up. We're going to Oa, and we're going to settle this. And he grabs him by the scruff, I assume, and then flies in the air. Gee, thanks, Guy. You know, me and Unc, we lost everything. I don't want to hear no sob stories. No, Guy, I just want you to know why I gotta give you such a crummy present. Present? What? Oh, no. It's been my number one bone, Guy, ever since I was a puppy. The tag says to my favorite guy with the E's backwards. His bone. He gives me his bone. What am I supposed to do now? How do I get into this? Better yet, how do I get out of it? Well, brace yourself, bonehead. We're taking a detour to see the one guy I know who can get out of anything. Chapter 2, the core.
Chapter 2, the core.
Yarr! The core.
Roll with it. Overplay your helplessness like you overplayed your pain. But stay alert. They don't always do what you're counting on. Not always, but often.
At last, Hal Jordan, you are mine. You will help me, or die, Hal Jordan. Help me and my brother Thunderers return to the antimatter universe of Quard, or you will very slowly, very terribly.
Fear is useful, you know. Oh, wait. Yeah, is that Hal?
I think so. Yeah. Because it's an yeah.
Fear is useful. You know, you won't kill. You know you won't kill. Experience tells him that you probably won't. But let him harbor his little doubts. Disarm him immediately, give him no chance. Never let down your guard. There may always be an opening he can exploit. And never rely on just your ring. Huh. Nice punch. You can come out now.
That was brilliant, Hal Jordan. As long as I have been a Green Lantern, I can still learn from you.
But I think your new recruit has a question.
You let him throw it. I don't know how to do her voice. You let him throw his thunderbolt at you, the explosion. Couldn't it kill you?
You just have to control the situation. The first key is knowing that he's watching you without him knowing that you know. The second is modulating your speed. A little spurt as he throws his bolt is just enough to miss the worst of the blast, while letting him think he's hit a bullseye. Now let's get this clown to the corral like the Guardians want. And find a diamond spread. There are still thunderers around here.
You are glorious, Hal Jordan. You know everything, and you risk so much and stay so calm. You really are without fear.
Not like me.
I'm no better than Chasselon and Larvox here, but I've been around the block with these Quarians a few times. Recruits misunderstand this without fear thing. Any organism capable of survival has fear. The Guardians want Lanterns who can act with fear and who use it to sharpen their reflexes, but keep their heads clear.
But everything in your world moves so quickly. The actions of movement are so important, and there's so much to fear away from my quiet planet. Why did you pick me?
I'll tell you why, Brick. When...
Larvox, stop!
Larvox, what are you...
I'm crushing these organisms. They will give us much less trouble this way. The Guardians are mistaken. Their taboo against killing individual organisms is a false value.
The Guardians want them on Oa Larvox for questioning.
One being dies and is replaced by another. They're each only a fragment of a great genetic whole. Our individual lives are meaningless. Only the elimination of a whole is murder. Our core is a whole, and it is threatened.
Larvox, I know what those of us who evolved from animals... I know that those of us who evolved from animals have a different worldview, but our duty...
is misplaced. Intoxicated by individualism, the Guardians made error after catastrophic error. Now they ask for our service again. Let us state the terms by which they'll earn our service.
No, you'll do whatever the Guardians say. Hal says what we do. We do what the Guardians say, and Hal knows. She grabbed him with a green hand.
Rick.
I have been a Green Lantern longer than Jordan, and if your loyalty is to him more than...
Hal freed me. He took me from the stones and...
Hey, if you're worried about the core, let's start by keeping our loyalties. No. Wait, who said no? No,
that was like Hal Jordan, but I don't...
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he gets shot from behind. The great Jordan is dead, brothers. Slaughter the rest. Let our anger thunder.
That's Chassalon, isn't it? Yeah. Here, I'll take Chassalon. Yeah. How could this happen? The Guardians' bonds were...
Do not think, act. Separate them. Oh.
How? I failed you, Hal. You taught me to be alert. You taught me... And you taught me more, too. I won't fail you this time, Hal. Guardian! Try to kill me! Boom.
Boom.
That is two, brothers. Now close on the other. And he gets punched in the face with the green fist. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done it. Hal was going to leave you alive, but I'll crush your head like a silicone egg.
So you will not crush them for the good of the Corps, but you will for Hal Jordan's memory?
Hal Jordan took me from a world of stone, a world where nothing changed. He took me from the prison of eternity and gave me the gift of time, and now...
The Corps loses members and new members take their places. It is the hive that matters, not the drone. You threaten the Corps with these personal attachments?
You threaten it by trying to make your own rules. Hal said we follow the Guardians.
Then follow them and do not kill.
We must decide now. As a body together, we must kill all of these or none.
Hal said it was our duty to take them alive. So, I'll be true to our duty.
And for the unity of the Corps, I will agree.
Good decision. I was pretty confident you'd make it.
Hal!
Learning tactics is a part of lanternhood. Learning unity is another. We're of so many different worlds. We need one common ground. Sometimes duty to the Guardians is the only one we can agree on.
But what happened? I saw you.
I'm sorry to put you through this, Brick, but lanternhood means suffering losses and bearing your grief in your duty. I used to wonder if living for a duty makes you less than human, but I think it makes you more. It doesn't leave you room for self-interest, for self-pity. It forces you to join the world. But how did you survive when I allowed the prisoner to escape? You didn't. I sprung him, Chassalon, so he could signal his friends. I wanted to see you guys in action without me. I'd used my ring earlier to find the other Guardians and to slip a suggestion into their little minds. When they thought they were throwing to kill, they were throwing to miss.
Way to sow chaos, Parallax.
And fear? I'll teach you the methods and ethics of mind tampering later.
Teach me anything, Hal.
Answer this, Hal. What do we know of our newly returned Guardians? Can we trust them with our loyalty?
What if we can't? What if they're nuts? Do we just go our separate ways again?
No, we are cells in a body, aren't we? Not the body of the Corps, the body of the universe. I don't believe a body needs a single brain. Mine doesn't. But I know it must grow as a body.
Like the atoms of my body, different elements, but following one geometric rhythm, they create a single perfect structure. Spoken like a true crystal. Now let's bag the metaphysics. Time to grab these jokers and head for Oa. I think you guys are ready to present to the Guardians as the core of the core.
Hal, you said that being a lantern means suffering losses. Have you suffered losses?
I've lived a lot with this ring on my finger. Someday I'll tell you my experiences.
Someday, I hope, I will be among your experiences.
Listen, Brick. Larlock's had a point about making personal attachments.
I hope there's going to be a sexual harassment seminar when they go to the Guardians meeting. You could say that again. Guy Gardner and Knork show up. I made me a doozy of a personal connection, and I'm going to need you to disconnect me.
Oh my god, I finally get it after all these years. She's a brick house. She's a brick. Chapter 3, the core. Wait, the chore, the core. Wait, was it the core? C-O-R?
C-O-R-E, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's the core, C-O-R-P-S. Back at Mosaic.
How long?
How long? How long will we be trapped here?
Please, listen to me. I know you all want to return to your home planets. I know the Guardians said they would have the power to send you there soon. But until the central power battery is fully restored, they won't be able to do so without the risk of killing you.
So when the hell, if you'll pardon my mouth, will this battery get recharged?
They're working on it right now. In the interim, Miss Hardin.
How do you know my name?
Hal Jordan spoke of you often. You seem to leave a strong impression, because you're a female. I'm impressed that you were able to organize this interspecies group to plead your case. Until the battery is fixed, I hope you'll go on organizing to keep the Mosaic world from exploding into conflict.
And what'll the superhero be doing?
Me? I'll be helping the Guardians any way I can as he flies off. Tough cookie. Hal's libido always did flow toward that type.
Wow.
He's never had an eye for women of gentler strength. Women like Katma. No editor's note.
That would be Katma Tui, John's dead wife from the much discussed Action Comics Weekly run.
601. Yes. Hey, banish that. Past pains are past pains. I have too much to make up for. Katma keeps digging up for my unconscious lately, but I have to leave her there. Leave her there until my work is done as he flies down to the central power battery. Okay, here's my question. Even if the Guardians didn't have the power to send them home, couldn't the Green Lanterns start ferrying these people home? Make some bubbles?
I mean, I guess just getting them home, I mean, their city's not going to be there and their homes aren't going to be there, so yeah.
we got another book coming soon.
Yeah.
So yes, he flies down to the Guardians. How goes, headmen?
Your sentence lacks a subject, John Stewart. This makes a response difficult.
The repair of the battery, however, goes well. But for a wobble in its transmission lines.
You will test it for us, John. Press your ring to the battery and charge it.
Was it the carburetor? Jeez. All right. I'd never charged off the main battery. Hal tells me it's quite a rush. But if there's no danger...
Oh, but there is, John. There is great danger.
Oh, God. What? Oh, what's that? Looks like a pink figure materialized.
Reddish? Yeah, I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, then it hits the ground. Then the rings, that same flash seems to be all around his ring, then it's gone.
That was interesting.
Very interesting.
An unidentified red energy blip was invading the transmission. How do you feel, John?
Oh, just fine.
Do you sense an energy disruption, an alien presence in your body?
The only thing I sense in my body is pain. I've been put through a lot on Oa lately, but I suppose I deserve it. The price of redemption?
No one punishes you, John Stewart. We ask only that you do what we cannot do ourselves. And your sacrifice has borne fruit.
Fruit? You mean the battery? It's functional now?
Our mental scans find no more wobble. The transmission of the green energy should now be pure.
Then you can do it now? You can begin sending those cities back to the planets they were stolen from?
The transmission is pure, but the power is yet low. With time, with our unified power, we will restore it to its one time.
When?
The battery's use must be limited at first. Priorities must be observed.
And what could be a higher priority than this?
Is that Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No.
It's a very important question.
Is that a rhetorical question? The cores, John. The core is always a higher priority than anything for you. Do you disagree?
No. Of course not. But the planet, it's explosive. Those beings don't understand each other. They don't want to be here. They're angry. To keep them living together and keeping peace, it's an impossible task, as we'll find out next week.
Then perhaps it is time for you to do the impossible, John. Through arrogance, you once allowed violence and death to be visited upon an entire people. Now you can bring peace and life to a myriad of peoples. Think of this while you await our return.
And yeah, John just standing there thinking as the other Green Lanterns come flying in. I think that's Guy Gardner first.
Yeah, I think that's Guy.
Yeah. I mean, when you said she, I was all hyped for a babe. If you're gonna recruit a female. Know what I mean?
Save it, Guy.
How?
I
mean, an ugly superheroine. It's unheard of.
Especially in the 90s.
Save it, Guy. I'm not the one with the dog.
Oh! It's great to hear your scintillating banter again. Where are the new recruits?
Got him in a bubble in space. Don't want the new gal meeting with Guardian. New gal? Is that what that says? Gal?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Don't want the new gal meeting with the Guardians until they're ready.
Yeah, he really wants to make sure there's no mirrors here so she won't break them with her face. Yow!
So where are the blue guys?
In there, doing some last-minute fix-ups. Points to the battery.
Oh, my. I really never thought I'd ever see it looking so good again.
Yep, looking lamp, all right. Nice looking lamp, all right.
That's my life, Guy. From the moment I was given this ring, that lamp was the axis of my life.
Hey, speaking of life, did you remember to bring my coffee?
Oh, man, I forgot. I haven't even been back to Earth, man. My mind's been on this recruiting.
It's alright. I've learned a man can actually learn to like instant with a little imagination. Listen, I met that lady friend of yours, and...
Uh-oh.
Look out!
The battery looks like it fires right at Guy Gardner.
Welcome, Green Lanterns.
Welcome to Oa.
Where the Green Lantern burns again.
Hal Jordan, are the recruits on hand? They sure are, Master, so just run up and...
Uh-huh. I'll run up. You've got something to tell the Guardians, remember?
Look, Jordan, do I really have to tell him?
This was your decision, Gardner. I only told you how to say it.
Well, I don't know if you remember, Masters, how you wanted me to learn the truth about Gnort, how the idiot got a power ring and all.
The Guardians remember all, Guy Gardner.
Right. I found out him and his uncle and about 10 others were phony GLs set up by the weaponers of Quord to discredit the Corps. The short of it is the Quordians are beat and their fake rings are fritzed, and Gnort's in my custody. See, I wanted to recommend to the Masters.
You want to recommend punishment for his insolence?
No.
Banishment to where he can do no harm?
No, I can't say it. I can't say it. It was the bone that did this to me. It was your darn bone.
Bone?
It's like this. See, I couldn't have done it. Beat the Quordians, wreck the rings, nothing without Gnort. So I want to recommend him for membership in the Green Lantern Corps.
Him? For the Corps? Good God.
They're laughing?
If we learn one thing in our long retreat from this dimension, it is that the cosmos is life.
And life is humor.
How can we not admit Gnort into the Corps?
You mean I can get to join? You got some lifeless sector in mind, right?
No, Guy Gardner. From your conduct in Sector 2814, we see that you lack no drive, but need tempering. The gentle soul of Gnort may bring that temperance. For the time being, he shall be your reserve and your assistant.
And I'll be a good one, Guy. You'll see. I'll be with you all the time. Oh, what have I done? What have I done?
You ever seen the lanterns like this before, Jordan?
Uh-huh, and I'm not sure I want to see it now. Now, Green Lanterns, come forward. Come forward, Hal Jordan and John Stewart and Guy Gardner of Earth. Kilowog of Bolivax. Vix. Chasselon of Barrio 3. Larvox of J586. Gnort of Mute. and Brick of Dryad. Come forward and charge your rings at the source of their power. Speak your oaths and affirm your duties, for the Green Lantern Corps lives again.
So right now we're at a core of 8.
Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty cool 2/3 splash page right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, we finally get our credits on the last page.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a movie, you know? Credits at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, script by Gerard Jones, art by M.D. Bright and Romeo Tangle, Joe Stanton, Bruce Patterson, Pat Broderick. Yeah, see, because like each Lantern basically has their own art team. Letters by
each one of them kind of has their own art team. You know, Guy gets Joe Stanton,
yep.
Hal gets Pat Broderick, and then John gets M.D. Bright. So yeah.
But yeah, next the Mosaic World. So yeah, next. What is it? A 4-part Jon Stewart next time.
14 through 16, right? 17. 14 through 17. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas. I can't count.
I know my goes intos. All right, let me know what you guys think while I load. Ray sent feedback while we were recording. So
nice.
Wow, hot off the presses.
That's great.
I thought it was fun. I thought I kind of liked the way they set it up. And in a way where if you were reading it, you would think that they would just be 3 separate stories, and then they kind of tie them in, you know. It's not false advertising as we've seen if you listen to Ultimate Spider-Cast, where they do the Ben Reilly Spider-Man share an issue cover but don't meet inside an issue. To plug a podcast that I do with once in a while, talking about Ben Reilly with Phil and Ray, who we'll hear from. So I thought that was good. I'm really warming up to Gnort and his uncle, and so comic relief there, and Guy Gardner's reluctant recommendation. So it was fun.
It was the bone.
That's right. I have that drop now. And thank you, Wendell. I have you both saying it.
I think. Yeah, I agree with Matt. This was a really good issue. I mean, because I think we had discussed why we thought the humor of the Guy Gardner art necessarily wasn't, that great for the series as a whole, but it was nice and balanced because you had Hal and you had Jon Stewart having the more serious stuff, with Guy being a little bit of comic relief, but also, showing that he's a Lantern too. So yeah, I thought it was a really good issue.
I mean, it was good, but it was. I found it kind of different than like books of this period, because it's like we didn't get like a ton of action. We got like Hal and his crew versus the Cordians, but then like the only other action was basically Guy Gardner and Kilowog duking it out.
Well, somebody threw not poop at Gnut.
Oh, true.
I hope that was not poop.
We'll say it's mud. They're not monkeys, right?
And on this last page, they do something else that I kind of really like, is that you get to see that they're all Green Lantern rings, but they're all different.
Yes.
So that explains the wide variation in rings that we get, across all of the Corps, which I think is pretty cool. And I had thought that Jeff Johns had brought up the idea of a backup, but the Guardians established that right here because they give Guy Gardner a backup in Gnort. It's kind of played for laughs, but
I mean, even before that, wasn't first Guy Gardner, then Jon Stewart, originally Hal's backup?
Yeah, but they didn't really have rings.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So but with this, they give his backup a ring. So it's something I think that Johns uses really great, in the post Rebirth stuff, because then we have two lanterns per sector, which is pretty cool. They can back each other up. It's one of the things more lanterns is always a good thing, right?
But no, the different rings aren't like the ones in the circle, like the older ones, and then if it's just the symbol, it's like the newer rings.
I think it depends on the lantern. These all came out with the Blackest Night stuff, so those were the newer rings, I guess. When we get into Mosaic, I think most Green Lantern Mosaic series, I think it shipped with rings that had a glowing center, but were actually shaped like the lantern symbol. They were bigger and bulkier. I'll have to look I think I've got one somewhere. I'll see if I can find
Mosaic came with rings? Because, I got it in the back issue bin, so there was no ring with it.
You should go talk to them. Where's my ring that came with this?
I forget where we got the back issue so long ago. Probably like, I don't know.
Promotional rings. Another really cool thing that we got post-rebirth, right?
Exactly. All right, you guys ready for some feedback? That's right. It's been a while. I'm going to have to put the picture up.
Yep. Feedback from Ray.
That's right. So that's right, my friends. I don't think we've heard, at least on the Green Lantern, I don't think we've heard feedback from Ray since, episode 1?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, yes, for those of you who may only listen to this podcast, every once in a while on some of our shows, we'll get feedback from our friend Ray, a fellow podcaster, host of such shows as Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast, so he knows a little bit DC. To Know Her is to Fear Her, the Spider-Woman podcast. And as Matt Kona just said, he joins me and him last Tuesday of every month on Scarlet. 1/3 of the Scarlet Pimps, talking all things Scarlet Spider. Oh yeah, me and Lilith just did a episode with him and his buddy Connor. We covered Marvel Team Up Annual 4 because it had Spider-Man, Daredevil, Moon Knight, Power Man, and Iron Fist. So everybody podcast one of those guys. So yes, yes, not to give it away, but yes, and Ray's his biggest podcast, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast. So yes, the boy's always podcasting. Boy, he's old. All right, everyone. Let's see what Ray had to think about Green Lantern 13.
Well, guys, it's me, Ray. I'm just going to send in some quick feedback. I was actually midway through sending some feedback, but I'm at work and I got a work call, so I'm going to have to redo it quickly because I know you guys are doing the read-through now. So Green Lantern 13, 1990. It was an interesting one for me. I guess it's very much introductory, double-sized, that sort of thing. You see the 3 protagonists. I enjoyed the Guy Gardner stuff at the beginning, kind of fun, and he does have that sense of the cockiness. But artwork-wise was a bit on the mediocre side, I thought. Sorry, just walking through. And the central story with Hal Jordan, I guess, was pretty cool. I really enjoy the art there. More of this whole thing, Mr. Miyagi, a bit of a teaching lesson to the students, but also posed I'm not sure if it's a philosophical debate, but it was more so, I guess, individuals versus, I guess, group, or for the betterment of the group or the community. So the discussion with that worm character was quite interesting. It's quite cool, but essentially it was just like a teaching, a lesson that Hal brought. I mean, we all knew he wasn't dead. I like that. Is it the Brick character who's made out of stone? She's pretty cool. Obviously, making her intentions clear for Hal, but he kind of squashes that straight away. And finally, the third one with John Stewart. It kind of, I guess, it ties it into the rebuilding of the ring, Green Lantern ring. Oh no, the Green Lantern. Sorry. So yeah, that kind of was, for me, is probably the less memorable out of the 3, but you know, it served its purpose by having them all together. I liked how Gnort, that dog, I thought that was funny. How he actually gets a ring as well, funnily enough. I wasn't expecting him to, from those little blue dudes. But yeah, it was an enjoyable issue. I mean, for me, nothing too kind of groundbreaking, or I'm just ready to see them all kind of get into action, get into some real kind of stakes. But this was a good setup. I guess it was a good intro to all the characters. So I'd give this a solid C. I think it was decent. Like I said, I think the best artwork was in the middle. I enjoyed that the most. So I don't know who is on the credits. But yeah, I think a solid C. I'll be keen to kind of read more. This era is pretty cool. I'm wondering where Kyle factors into this. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll listen intently, and hopefully, I can leave feedback for plenty more. Catch you later.
You got 37 issues to wait, dude.
Yeah. round 50, right? So, so Ray gives it a big, see you later, Bunky.
See you later, Bunky.
Much later.
I like little blue dudes. We should totally call the Guardians of the Universe little blue dudes.
But I must say, I'm disappointed in all of you, including you, Ray. I mean, we're 13 issues in, and 6 episodes, 13 plus issues in, and no one has made the Jon Stewart. Oh, this must be before he got the Daily Show joke. See, Matt. Jon Stewart is a comedian who had the Daily Show for a number of years.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for Ray next episode. I'm in Australia. I don't know who Jon Stewart is. I never saw that show. Oh, he didn't know who the Kool-Aid Man was. Me and Lil play that drop sometimes. And, I heard him one time saying, oh, yeah, I've heard that drop before, because one of his co-hosts brought up the Kool-Aid Man. I was like, oh, no, we're going to have to explain to Ray who the Kool-Aid Man is.
Oh, yeah!
It's no Vegemite. All right.
Well, Phil, we've heard what Matt thought. We've heard what I thought. What did you think?
I gave you a little bit of my thoughts. Yeah, and like I said, I liked it, but it was weird for an early 90s book. There wasn't a lot of action, just the little accordions and Guy Gardner just punching people and dropping anvils on them.
Green anvils.
It's a Green Lantern ring. What kind of color anvil do you want?
Well, and I really like the fact. So I was not a huge fan of the Justice League at that point. The gags were kind of overwhelming everything else. I mean, there was some great. Adam Hughes was on art at one point, and I'm a drooling fanboy of his work. But I think it's cool that we got Kilowog back, into a Green Lantern book and not being comedic sidekick to the JLA and stuff.
Well, I think it was it started getting easier to share him too, because didn't Gnort start showing up in and out of the Justice League book every so often too. So,
well, and Gnort fits better, I think, with Guy in that era of the Justice League. Anyway, I mean, and let's see, that era of the Justice League, they got more serious, and then weren't they the one? Wasn't that the series that was then canceled and rebooted as just JLA with Grant Morrison? Is that right? Or
I believe so. Yeah. When was it? They went to issue 100 and something. Yeah. Then, they rebooted it for Grant Morrison's JLA when they brought the Big Seven back.
Yep. And which was Kyle at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have to hit some of those too. Yeah. But no, I have the first. I have a trade with the first arc or two that the Justice. This series of Justice League in it. I think DeMatteis was right in the intro, and he was just it was right after Crisis, so it's well, you can't have Superman because John Byrne's rebooting him. You can't have Wonder Woman, she got rebooted too. So I guess he was panicking. Then they're oh, we can let you have Batman. It's okay.
Well, he's just an urban legend, though. Nobody knows that he exists.
But then
wait, what?
And it's Green Lantern. We can give you Guy Gardner.
Nice.
All right, so. Any final thoughts on this before I lay the list down?
Kind of fun to do a read through again.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I told you the next one. We'll have to decide if we want to. I know the next single issue episode will be Green Lantern Quarterly #1.
Oh, those are pretty. Those are giants. Those are huge issues. 64 pages or something.
Something, yeah. I was gonna say we can either do a live read or just pick and choose some out of there. But 2 episodes after that, Green Lantern 25, we definitely have to do the live read.
Is that the knockdown drag out?
Hal vs. Guy, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
One stays, one quits, yep. All right, but no, next week, we're going to be covering Green Lantern 14 through 17. That's that mosaic, intro before the series. Mm-hmm. Then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 18 and 19. 18's that Guy Gardner solo one, and then 19's the Alan Scott special with all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Do we know? Let's see. What are the dates on, or do you have them handy on the Mosaic arc? So this one was from 91.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it starts next issue, so I mean, it would be the first issue would be July 91.
July 91.
Cover date.
So, did Mosaic the series launch?
I think I think I have them in order because I got Mosaic number 1 through 4 after it's between issue 24 and 25. So
okay, so they launched it the next year then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they did the arc we're doing next time. They did it was like like a prelude, and they were kind of building that up more and more. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Because I couldn't remember when it launched during the regular series at all. It was, but
I'm thinking they got a good reception, and they're like, okay, let's
just do this. I mean, and really, it was kind of a golden age for at least Green Lantern series because you get a Hal series. You get a John series, and then ultimately you get a Guy series too, plus a Green Lantern Corps quarterly series that came out, every 3 months. So there were lots of Green Lantern titles coming.
Yeah, because they were doing those quarterlies at this point, like Justice League had a quarterly. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. In the 90s, a lot of people were getting books, and it's like, Guy Gardner and John Stewart were already known quantities, so, why not give them their own books?
Yep.
Instead of having to split the focus every couple months.
And Mosaic lasted up until just like right before Emerald Twilight, right?
I think so, yeah. Because I think that's one of Hal's last things. Him and a bunch of others show up at the end there. Mm-hmm. It's like one of the things before Coast City.
The death of Superman.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a big discussion about that around issue 46.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a ride.
Can't wait for that Guy Gardner stuff. Oh my god! Even if there's no single issue, we're gonna have to. I say we pick one Guy Gardner issue along the way and need more Matt Kona live read.
Oh, why not? Sure.
Why not? That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should do it for Reborn. Guy Gardner and Lobo.
That'd be fracking awesome.
He's not so tough. Wolverine took him down. Power of popularity, kids.
That's right.
All right, so send your thoughts, kids. Next time, Green Lantern 14 through 17, John Stewart on Mosaic. Then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 18 and 19. So send us all your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, Twitter. Join the Book of the Oa, our Facebook group. You can find links to all the social medias for all of our shows. Find links to this YouTube channel. You can watch us read this book live, recorded live before an internet audience. Links to the Patreon. Again, episode 1, Boob Windows and Long Box is coming soon. First episode, Hal Jordan. Me and Lothar putting Hal Jordan on trial. And get your merch, Capes and Lunatics merch. Links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those for handy dandy discounts. And then go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital paperback. Learn all about podcasting from the experts. And get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that crazy little blue man, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants.
And you can hear Rob Southgate guesting with us on Capes and Lunatics 200 coming soon. We're going to tell DC how they should fix all their stuff, comic books, movies. All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you when you're not doing Lamaze breathing?
Just at Matt Kona, MATTKONA, in the normal spots. LinkedIn, mostly LinkedIn. No, I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
Suck it, Lilith.
I'm on vacation.
Suck it, Lilith.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
See you later, bunkies.
All right, Will Allred, Master of the Core, the Quantum Zone, and the Kickstarter. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. It's in Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and probably Instagram and several of those places. Also find my self-published work, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. You can find the recently concluded Kickstarter with a book that's at the printer right now at Crossover Division, crossoverdivision.com. And you can find all kinds of really cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Ooh, maybe I'll get my Kickstarter book by my birthday next month. Ooh.
Oh, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to commit to that publicly. Yes.
That'd be a nice. That'd be a nice present. Nice.
I hope you have it this month. That's my goal.
Oh, even better. Yeah, I can't wait. All right, kids.
Yep.
Next time, Green Lantern 14 through 17. John Stewart and a whole mess of aliens. Humans.
All crammed together on Oa.
Bring your Streisand, kids. Bring your coffee and your Barbra Streisand.
Oh, yeah.
All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, watch for those falling anvils.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.